What's up everyone? In this video I'm going to be going over a tournament match that I had in Doodle World, and this is my first ever tournament match, and this is round 2 of it because I was already put in round 2 because there's, just based on the amount of players that they had, and on to the battles. Hopefully you guys enjoy. On to the battle. Let's see, so his team is pretty scary. So he does have about the same, he's both mold and Clangutang just like I do, and Wolfreeze is probably going to be a threat. I'm still kind of new to this, so I'll just, go along and see how I do. I do think my own mold is pretty threatening to him, and I do think that Spectatic is pretty good in this matchup. It is able to disarm a lot of things, and I do see him leading Wolfreeze, though I don't know, I could lead Meltama, because he doesn't exactly have a good burn absorber. Well, he does have get garlic, but like that's it. So I don't know, but I guess this is weak to Wolfreeze, so I don't know. I could lead with my Clangutang if I wanted to, but I don't know. I'll just lead Meltama, because I do think I probably hit the Wolfreeze, and I can burn it. So Meltama, and he does lead with his mold, that is perfectly fine. I just go straight into my Spectatic right now. I don't really mind him doing anything, so he does go for the Harmony, that is perfectly fine. He might go for it again, but I'll just disarm, getting rid of the good garlics, use crayons, well not use crayons, dark chocolate is pretty useful, but he does hit the Harmony, so that is kind of bad for me. But yeah, it's not that bad, so I can just go for a disarm. And so he does switches out, assumably to give garlic, that's fine. So I have used up 2 sleep turns. I do think that the max sleep turns is like 3, I believe. So at least 1 more and then I'm fine. What I will do is I will go into Meltama, because I think he might just try and go for... Because I don't really mind sacking Meltama's health, it's not too important, at least I don't think so, and I would rather not have mold be burnt. So I will swap out, and in case he doubles too, it might be good. So I do go for, he does go for Fiery Bite, that's fine. Now I will go back into Mold. So that's fine for me. Maybe he'll go, probably Fatten Up. Okay, he does go for Fatten Up. Depose is his ability, less from Ice and Fire attacks. So he does have Fiery Bite. I do think that he probably doesn't have Burning Orb. I do think that's probably his moveset. Fatten Up, Feast, Fiery Bite, and maybe Snack Shot. Because I don't think that he'd have, what's it called? I don't think that he'd have thing. Yeah, so I will just go for the Agitate, I guess. Hopefully I can hit something with it. So he does go into his own mold. That is fine. And what I probably, let's see, what can I do? I mean, I could attack, but I do think that going into Spectatic is maybe better. But at the same time, I don't know. I could attack, but I think I will just Toxic Bomb. I do think I'm pretty safe to do it, because he could just go for Water Bolt. Yes, that's perfect for me. I do take basically nothing, and I will get a strong Toxic Bomb off. I should have Goo Blast, but I don't, and that's fine. But yeah, so he might go into his Clangutang, and I do think that Spectatic is a good double. He might go Clang here. Okay, yeah, that's perfect for me, because he definitely does, yeah, because I'll wake up if he hits me, and I do get a free disarm off right now, so Spectatic was a good double, so he is actually Thingamajig, which is kind of a problem for me, and I am faster. Okay, so he is Thingamajig, and that disarm really hurt me, but I will be able to disarm his, let's see, what is it, Lucky Pebble. Alright, so he does go for Shatter, and what I will probably do, I am faster, so I mean, I don't know, I can just go for it. I do want to hit this to like lower its health, because I do think that would help everything out in the long game. And Spectatic is low right now, so I don't really need its health as much, so I probably can just go for a Body Throw. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. He does go for Shatter again, and oh, crits. Okay, that does hurt, crit killing. It does hurt me, but what I will do is I'll go into my own Clangutang. I do think that's probably the right play, because I do believe I'm faster. Yeah, okay, I'm definitely faster, because I don't have the exact right equips. Let's see, what can I do? I could pursue. I mean, I don't know. I think that pursuing is probably fine. Because he might just go into... I don't know. He could go into that plant thing. Forgot the name of it. But, yeah. Let's see. So he does go into that. That's fine, because I do have my own Thornit. But I do want to chip this. I do want to get pursued damage. And I don't think that he'd stay in. I mean, he might, but... I don't know. I feel like Clangutang is too good versus my team to, like, let it go now. You know, especially when you have a decent swap in. And he does know that he's probably slower, so I will just go for pursuit. Let's see how much damage it does. Okay, yeah. Okay, he does go into intense flight. That is fine. I just want to get a little chip onto his thing. So this thing has bug moves, and basically just bug and air moves. So air, see, make sure it doesn't do any damage to me. So air is resisted by metal, and let's see, earth, if it does anything to them. So I do resist both of Intensiflight's attacks, and I'm just gonna check how much fire does. So fire is super effective against, so all of Clangutang's Elemental Slash moves are super effective against it, I believe. Even Spark, I think. Yes, that's quad effective. So what I can do now is I do feel pretty free. I mean, I could pursue, but like, I don't know. Do I need to? It would be nice, but I'm not sure. Because he can't hurt me. And getting chip on this does help Thornit a little. It's just nice in general. And chip it down for mode 2. So I will pursue it again. That is perfect. So I do a little... Oh, that's really weird. I don't know if that did double damage or not. I don't think it did. That doesn't look like double damage, but I don't really know. But either way, it doesn't really matter. So he just goes out to his good garlic. That is fine. I will go into my mold. I mean, he could go into his own mold, maybe. I don't think he would, though. I think that my mold is fine. So he does go for Fatten Up. That's perfectly fine. That's good. And what he can do now is he's probably going to go into his own mold. I do think that's probably something he'll do. So I can just go into my own Clangutang, because I do not think that he'll... I mean, I could just go into my Volt too. I'll do that, and then I'll click Hit and Run on this Clangutang, and then just Shatter with my own Clangutang. Or maybe even like try a Mental Slash. Yeah, so I do go into Volts 2. He does switch out Assumably into a Mold. Yep, that's perfect. And he does not want to take the Shockwave, so I will just go for the Hit and Run, you know, damage his Clangutang a little. So he does swap out, does go back to his Clangutang. That's perfect for me. And yeah, so that's good. What he okay, I'm assuming that I can probably go into my... I do go into my Clangutang for sure. And he might just stay in. I don't know. I could probably try a Mental Slash, but I think that just going for a straight up Shatter is fine. Because Thornit can hit the field after this, and it will probably be Thornit. Yeah, okay, Clangutang is dead. That's amazing for Volt 2 right now. And yeah, so we'll see what he goes to next. I'm assuming he... I don't know what he's going to. Maybe the grass thing that I forgot the name of, because I do know he has that. And yeah, so I guess I'm just going to see. Just does get into Morvale. That is the thing that I forgot the name of. And I can just go straight into Thornit, because that is a free switch, and I do not believe that he can do anything to Thornit. So he does go for Sleep Spores, but has no effect, of course, and just making sure. Okay, nothing else is asleep, right? Yeah, at least I don't think so. And what I can do now is I can easily go for a Hit and Run. That is fine. And he does switch into Mold. Hit and Run, that probably won't do much, but, you know, I still get a free switch. And his defense was lowered. So what I can do is I can go into my Clangutang, and what I will do is actually click Pursuit. Actually no, I mean I could pursue, but I think Shadow is fine. I'm free to pursue. I can pursue once. I'll pursue. Harmony, okay, that is fine. Yeah. Alright, so he is faster than me. Alright, that's interesting. What is my... Hold on, let me just see my stats. Plus 8 speed, plus 5 speed, and then... Alright, so... Does that outspeed Mold regularly? I don't know. But I will just go for Shatter. You know, he can go into his... So he does go for a Wolf Freeze. And I don't know if this hits me super effectively, but I'll just see if I hit it super effectively and see how it goes. So Ice, Earth does not... oh, I do have Fire. Okay. Fire isn't effective for Beast. Oh, wait, hold on. What about Beast? What cover does this thing get? Does it get Reckless Charge? I don't know. And Clangutang... I don't know, I feel like this is a huge threat, and I do think that getting rid of Wolf Freeze can win me the game. I do not mind taking this hit. So he does switch out, and he goes in to get Garlic. That is fine. So he is probably baiting the... Let's see. Alright, that did a bit of damage, but, yeah, so now I have Ice, and, so he probably was baiting that, so I can't hit him as hard. And what I actually will do now is I will go into my Mold. I do think that's fine. Fine play by me. And yeah, so he does... Let's see what he does. He does Feast. That is perfectly fine. I don't really mind that. And what I will do is actually go for a Agitate probably. I mean, I could go for Toxic Bomb, but I don't know. I'll go for Agitate. He probably goes into his Mold. And either way, I do like the chance to just, you know, sort of... I don't know, I just like it. Yeah, so he does go into Morveil. That is great for me, actually. And now what I can do is I can easily just switch out the Thornet. Even if he does go with Mold, I do just go hit and run, and so nothing's bad for me. So he does go for Plant Staff. That will do nothing. Basically nothing, at least. Yeah, so I'm perfect. Thornet is a perfect counter to Morveil. And what I will do is I'm just going to check how much Bug does to Poison. And Poison does resist Bug. But Seed Plant is super effective versus water, I think. Yeah, super effective against water, and isn't... Okay, I could go for a Needle Spike. I do think Needle Spike is probably fine, but I don't know. I do think it's alright to go for Needle Spike, because I probably outspeed N10 of Flight. I do believe I do, and I don't think he goes into it now, so I will just click Needle Spike. So he actually switches out into his Garlic. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Takes nothing, but you know, it's whatever. And now I do just go for a hit and run for free. And yeah, so I go for the hit and run. I don't know, let's see what he does. Probably just stays in here and maybe goes for Fiery Bite. Oh, so he switches out. He goes into his Mold. That is fine. I do get a little bit of chip on this, so that's good. And let's see. I can go into Volta too, because his Clangutang is dead. So that is actually really good for me. And I do not believe that he actually has a good resist to this. Let me just check Electric versus Beast. Alright, so it is super effective, and so I can just go for the free Shockwave. It probably does. So he does go into Morveil. That is perfectly fine, because I just hit and run after, and then I go back into Thornet, and then I just hit and run again. So this is actually really good for me. I can just go for hit and run, and so now he is in a lot of trouble right now. And what I do is I go into my Thornet. He probably clicks Leaf Sap or whatever that move is called. Shadow Bolt, okay. But that's just a bit more. But I am able to take that. And what I will do now is I will click to hit and run. And if he goes into Mold, then he is kind of screwed. But, you know, he goes to Garlic, which is smart on his part. I wouldn't go into Mold if I was him. Just because, you know, it's just not the best play. So I do go into my own Mold, and I will probably click Toxic Blast. I just need to check how much it does to his Wolf Freeze, just to make sure, you know, it isn't, like, not very effective or anything. So it does hit neutrally, so that is probably nice. But what I will do is I'll just click... I want to Agitate, but I don't know, I feel like just throwing out Toxic Bomb is probably fine. He does go into his own Mold, so that is good for me. Just get a bit of chip on him. And yeah, so what he does is he probably just goes for Harmony now. At least I think that's what he goes for. It seems the most likely. And what I will do is I actually will switch it to my Clangutang. I am considering Meltamont, but I think he might just go for like a water move, but I don't know for sure. So yeah, I will go into Clangutang here. Maybe he hits me, maybe he doesn't, but either way, I am in a pretty good spot right now. So he does go for Blue Blast, and I am immune to it. And what I will do now is I might just click the Tri-Elemental Slash, maybe go for an Ice move, because Spark is super effective against Beast. So we'll be able to have that super effective hit versus Beast again. So I'm able to Oko his Wolf Freeze assumably. And he might go into his Morville. So I will just go for Trimental Slash. And he does go into Intensify. This does kill for sure, I do believe so. I think it's quad effective, maybe not. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, okay. Intensify is dead. So it's 5-4. And he can actually go into his Wolf Freeze now. Because it's Spark, so I do kill it. And he does have his Morville, that is fine by me. I think that going into Meltama is fine here, because I do think that he probably goes for... He either doubles to Wolf Freeze or just stays in here. And I don't want him to... I just don't really like doing that. So he does go for Plant Sap, that is fine. And what I actually will do is maybe click... I don't know, I could click Fiery Bite. This sounds fine to me. Maybe Burning Orb, but I don't know. I think that Burning Orb is probably okay, but I don't really want to risk Mold exactly, but I'll just Burning Orb. So he does switch out to his Garlic. Alright, I kind of forgot about that, but you know, it's fine. And yeah, so I am in a good spot right now. I do think that Volta-2 and Thornet do win eventually. So what I will do is I just go into my Mold for now and see what he does. So he does go for Snack Chomp. I will take that much from him. And what I will do now is I will actually go for the Agitate. Maybe he'll stay in, maybe he won't. But either way, Agitate is good on everything. Assumably he goes into Mold, and that is perfect for me. So I Agitate, and he does get hit by it. So that is really good for me, actually. And what I can do now is I can just go for the... I could go Volta-2, but I don't know. I feel like it isn't really worth risking it. So what I will do now, actually, is I'll just go for Toxic Bomb, probably. Because it is probably able to hit him pretty good. And he might go for... Okay, switches out into Morville. Alright, that is perfect for me. I do hit the super effectively, and I don't know if I kill. Alright, so I don't kill, but that is fine, because I do a lot of damage to him. And I have no idea if this is faster than me or not. Maybe he is, but like, I don't know. I feel like this is kind of slow. My Mold set, I don't know. I'll just go into Thornet. I don't want to risk Mold dying for nothing, because it is a huge, not dying, but taking a huge amount of damage, because it is a very important member of this team, and is pretty key to winning this battle. So I will just go for the hit and run now, and he sacks something for sure here. No matter what, I do claim a kill. So that is really good for me. If he goes Mold, then so he goes get Garlic. That is fine. And what I can do actually is probably go into my Clangutang, but maybe I could go Clangutang, but maybe Mold is a little better because I do like Clangutang's health, and I don't know if I kill it yet. So I will just go into my Mold and see what he does. He might stay in here, who knows? But either way, I can just click Water Bolt pretty freely. I do think that is fine. Yeah, I think I'll Water Bolt. And if he stays in, alright, that is great. That is great. I kill him with Water Bolt, and now I am 5-3, and we'll see what he goes into next. Probably his. What would he go into? Morville. Alright, that is fine. Now I just go into my Thornet. I don't really need Thornet much anymore. It's just nice for Morville. And what I can do now is probably just, okay, he does Shadow Bolt, and this does kill me, but that is fine. I really don't mind it. It was just there for the sack. And now what I can do is I go to Volta-2, and I do believe that Thunder Shockwave kills everything, but I will just go for, I don't know, I don't think Wolf Freeze gets any setup, so I can just go for Shock Freeze. Actually, no, I go for Airstrike. Do I? I'll just Shockwave. I think that's alright, because it does kill this thing, I believe. It shouldn't take. Yeah, okay. So it does kill it. Now, Wolf Freeze might be a problem, but I do think I'm okay. So he does actually go into it, and let's see, what do I want to do versus this? Can I beat this thing? I think I can. I probably beat this, yeah. So what I will do actually is I will just go. I could sack this because I do think I could probably beat Mold on my own, but I don't know. It's tough because I don't want to like risk the game for nothing. But I mean, do I really need my own Mold? I could switch into Mold, proc the, what's it called? Maybe Heal Jelly. So he does go for Howl. Okay, so his attack was boosted. Okay, I did not know that he actually got set up. That is a little problematic, but I can go for Agitate now. A Venom Bite that doesn't kill. Okay, so he doesn't do much in the end. If I get this Agitate off, that's really helpful for me. And I do get it off, so that's really good. And what I will do now is I'll just click Toxic Bomb, it's my strongest attack. And so he does have Icy Bite. He missed the attack, so that's fine. Actually really good for me. And I can just go for Toxic Bomb again. And what he will... Okay, so what he's gonna do... He does Icy Bite, and that does do a lot to me. I am able to get the Toxic Bomb off. So I don't think that he actually has anything to hit Clangutang for super effect. And yeah, I should be alright. Because he doesn't have Quick Ice. Okay, he has Crunch, so that's really good for me actually. What I do now is I just go straight into Meltamon. This should outspeed it, I believe, because I am like a bunch of speed items. And what I will do is maybe, I'll Electro Bite here, just because it 100% goes right. So he does actually go for Icy Bite, and it is faster. So that is a little bit of a problem. But what I will do now is I will go into Clangutang, and I will click Triamental Slash because it is electric now. And he probably goes into Mold. I mean, he does Icy Bite. Alright, that's fine. He misses. I don't think that killed either way. Yeah, so that's really good for me. I do think I take this first game, and we'll see. I do believe that I kill this because, yeah, okay, Volt to do 100% kills this. There's no way it doesn't. And I just go for the Shatter, and assuming everything goes well, I do claim the kill here. And so he does go for a Blue Blast, which means I get a free Shatter off of him. And, okay, so he doesn't kill, but I basically win this at this point. There's no way that he can actually beat me. So yeah, I just go for a Shatter, does Harmony, he misses, and that's the game. Good game to my opponent. And, yeah, that's the first game in set of 1. Alright, on to the next battle. It's best of 3, by the way, so, you know, same teams. And what I will do is I think I'll have the same game plan as before. I do want to lead with my Spectatic. I do think that is probably the least valuable. Well, not least valuable, but the most, like, you know, the thing I could probably just throw attacks with. So I will go into Spectatic, and I do want to have the same game plan as before. And yeah, so he does lead with Intensiflight. That is fine. And yeah, we'll see. So Air is super effective against Thing, I believe. Let's see, but it's super against Bug. I don't know if it's Crystal. So he might just go for his air attack, but I don't know. I think that Voltitude's fine, but I don't know. I could just disarm probably. Okay, yeah. So he does hit and run, and yeah, I didn't expect him to go for his ranged air move. At least I think that Intensiflight run ranged air moves. I just didn't expect it. It seemed like, you know, it seemed like why would he do that, right? When he could just get a hit and run for free on a potential Clangutang that comes in. And I am able to get the Dark Chocolate off on his good Garlic, so that is really good for me actually. And I do know that he doesn't have Burning Orb, so I am very free to actually go into Mold. And he will click the Snack Chomp, so he does do a decent bit of damage to me, but that is fine. I will just go for Agitate on something and see what it does. And so yeah, he does. I'm assuming he switches into his own mold, maybe Clangutang, one of the two. But either way, getting Agitate off is pretty useful. So he does switch out, and he does go into mold. That is fine for me. And yeah, I will go into my Spectatic right now, just because, you know, I get another potential disarm. So we'll go into that, and yeah, I think that goes into Morville. Alright, that is fine. Yeah, that's okay. That's actually really good for me. I just get free health on this, which I do want. I do want to make sure I get free recovery on Spectatic, because, you know, it is something that I'm able to throw out during the game, and just making sure. Alright, so I don't actually get hit by this super effective, but I will go into my Thornet, just because I do like the prospect of going into it. So he does actually do that. I will click Needle Spike here on a potential mold. So I do think that's probably what he goes into. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. I do get the Needle Spike off, and that will do a good bit of damage. So that was really good. And I will just hit and run now. So I chip down his mold a lot here, and if he does stand, I probably will. Okay, so he switches out, goes into his Clangutang. That is fine. I'll probably get a bit of damage off. Yeah, that is good. And what I can do now is, I think I could just go into my Spectatic, but I don't know. He's Earth Peggle, so I mean, I could go into my Clangutang. I don't really need it, but he doesn't really have an Earth Swap, does he? No, he doesn't. I'm getting rid of Clangutang. I think trading Clangutangs with him is a lot more valuable for me than it is for him. Just because of the fact that once his Clangutang goes down, I basically just win with, well, not win automatically, but, you know, Voltitude is a lot bigger of a threat. So what I'm debating between Shatter or Pursuit, maybe even try out Mental Slash. I mean, I could stay in here. I could Shatter, because he probably will fear the Pursuit maybe, and he might just go for another hit, because I did Pursuit again. And Shatter is very low drawback, it has no... He does switch out, that is fine, I don't really mind that. So he does get... Okay, he goes to Garlic, that did a ton to him. And, yeah, okay, let's see. Okay, Garlic is slower than me, I think. I'm just gonna make sure... Okay, I am very fast Clangutang. I do think that Garlic is slower, so what I will do is I will just Shatter again. I don't really mind going for it again. Yeah, so, okay, Garlic is down. That is really good, actually, because Garlic is pretty fat, and it's just annoying. Right, so getting rid of this is pretty useful for me. And, he does go into Morville. And, alright, now I just go into Thornet again. Okay, this is going really well for me. So what he will do is he probably just goes for Shadow Bolt, and that is fine. It won't do too much. And Thornet's main job is to just switch into this. It's a pretty good check it. And it's able to gain a lot of momentum. And what I will do now is I will go to Swarm, get a bit of damage off on something. So he does go Wolf Freeze. I'm not sure how much damage it does. So it's a good chunk. Yeah. And let's see. Just making sure Hit and Run doesn't do damage. Either way, I need to switch out into. Let's see, what do I want to switch into this? Maybe Spectatic. Maybe Meltamon. I don't know. I could go Meltamon on this because it really just doesn't. Meltamon doesn't really matter. It's mainly just for. Although it is better now that Garlic is gone. I don't know. I do need to sack something here in order for Clangutang to come in. And Clangutang coming in is definitely my priority. So I will probably just go for my Meltamon. Sacking this does seem fine. And I do want to keep throwing it around for the other thing. You just go for Crunch. And it does a lot of damage. But now I can use Fiery Bite. And so he does Crunch again. That is fine. And yeah, so I go into Clangutang here. I'm not sure what I do think that I could just Pursue, maybe? That would be fine. Right? Doing Fire, does that do much versus Beast? Okay. It's just Ice that doesn't. Is Ice the only one that doesn't affect Beast? I think so. Yeah. Ice is the only one I don't want. But what I can do now is I probably can Pursue. I don't know. Do I want to Pursue? It might be nice. Well, I could try Elemental Slash, maybe. I'll go for that. He might stand, who knows. But either way, it doesn't really matter too much. So he does go in Tenaflight. This will die. I think so, at least. If not, if it doesn't die, then it'll take a ton of damage, and I just pursued it after. So, okay, that is good. And Tenaflight is down. And Thornet is looking like a huge threat right now. I do think that Thornet is my win here. It's definitely my win con. And so he does go into Morville, and I don't really want Thornet to take the hit. So yeah, I mean, it would. I'd probably have to make Thornet take the hit, but like, I don't know. I do want it to stay alive because it basically beats everything. Because it's hit and run into a free win. Not a free win, but into most things. So I can just go Spectatic now. And I think that I'll do that. Spectatic is something that I don't really mind just throwing out there. You know, it doesn't really matter if this gets chipped or, you know, it doesn't really matter what happens to it because it isn't, you know, key to my win. My main win cons are Thornet and Voltitude. I just need to make sure those get an opening, and within run they definitely will. So what I can do now is I can just go for a Disarm here. I'm not really sure what moves this thing has, but either way, so he does have Small Sprout, so that means his attacks will be stronger, the plant ones at least. And yeah, so what he does go for is let's see, I want to go Thornet now, but I don't know, it's tough. Can I go Thornet? Huh. Maybe I just go Mold. Because Mold isn't... Volt is good, but like, not exactly needed. I mean, I'll just stay in, I guess. He probably goes Wolf. Okay, he doesn't actually go Wolf Freeze, so that is fine. He does Shadow Move me, and I do take a bit of damage. But it is, at the end of the day, it's fine. Am I awake now? Alright, so I am awake, and what I will do is I will go for the Crystal Cut. I do believe that this does the most damage. It switches out probably to Clangutang. Alright, that is fine. Actually, chipping Clangutang is huge for me, and I 100% will go for this opportunity. Once I kill Clangutang, Voltitude is in the clear, so I will just Body Throw and just get some free damage off, and I will be able to... Oh, he does go for Trimental Slash. That is fine. I do understand that play. Because you know, you just have to hope that I switch out and choke, potentially. But yeah, so I will just go for Body Throw, and I do live this next shatter, assuming no crits. And yeah, so I will be able to kill Clangutang, or at least chip something heavily, and that is really good for me. And I will just go for the Body Throw again, because even if you don't live, then that is fine, because I do live. And Clangutang is dead, so Wolf Freeze is the main problem, but I am able to beat the Wolf Freeze, I think. I do 100%, yeah, because I shatter with Clangutang and then quick strike, not strike, quick sting with Thornet. And yeah, so I'll just Electro Slash here. I don't really mind sacking this, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so Spectatic goes down, that's perfectly fine, and now I will go into my Clangutang, just click Shatter here. Although I technically could pursue, but I don't want to risk it, you know, it's pointless, right? So I will just Shatter. It does go into Mold, so this does die, at least I think so. Okay, it doesn't die, but you know, it's really low right now, and that's all I need. So he's not raging anymore, that is fine. And what I will do probably is go into my own Mold, because that doesn't, you know, I don't really care if my Mold gets, what's it called? I don't really care if it gets slept, because it doesn't really matter to me. My main purpose of Mold is just to tank a hit or two from Wolf Freeze if it can, and just prevent setup. So hopefully he misses. Alright, so he does miss. I mean, it didn't really matter, at least I don't think so. And I'll probably switch into Clangutang and then win from there. But either way, he does go into Wolf Freeze now. That is fine. And I will go for Toxic Bomb here. And so he does switch out. I don't know, probably just hoping for a choke. Because he did have to go for that. And what I will do now is I will just Toxic Bomb again. I really should get optimal stuff, but you know, it is what it is. So I will go for the Toxic Bomb again. And yeah, so he does go into... Well, he has Wolf Freeze last strike, so he can't really do anything else. And I'll just go for the Toxic Bomb. And this will be it. So yeah, I should kill him. I'm assuming this is the end, so if it is... Oh yeah, it's definitely him, because Thornet kills him. Alright, so good game to my opponent, played well. The first ever tournament match in Doodle World, gotta say, it's really fun. And yeah, that's the end of the battle. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. And yeah, stay tuned for the next match. See ya.